Good evening and welcome to Just Event Online News at 9. I am Rashidat Muraino. The news headlines. Tinubu, Obasanjo orders for Island Club Independence Lecture. Shettima backs institute reforms, warns against compromising standards. Federal government working to restore teaching profession dignity, Minister says. Government targets food security through cold chain and livestock health. Bagudu seeks World Bank support for grassroots growth. CSO urges North youth to lead religious harmony advocacy. Afenifere rallies Southwest governors, monarchy for regional summit. Governors train nurses on patient rights and safety. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu, alongside former heads of state Yakubu Gowon, Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan, are expected as special guests at the national closure convened by Island Club Lagos to mark Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. The event, slated for October 2nd, 2025, at the Peacock Hall, Lagos, will feature celebrated pan-activist and global thought leader Professor Patrick delivered the Independence Lecture with the theme Nigerian and the African Reawaken, the Giant That Must Not Sleep. Chairman of Island Club, Rotimi Martins, who disclosed this at the press conference on Wednesday, confirmed that Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will also attend the gathering. Vice President Kashim Shettima has endorsed ongoing reforms at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, warning that standards of the senior executive courses must not be compromised in the name of inclusivity. Shettima, represented by Special Advisor on Economic Affairs, Dr. Tokpe, spoke at the two-day stakeholders conference with nominators of participants for the SEC and other partners held at the State House Auditorium, Abuja. He said while calls for broader entry requirements were valid, the integrity of the SEC depended on attracting leaders at NEPEC position who could shape policy and drive institutional transformation. The Minister of Education, Maruf Alausa, has said that federal government under President Bola Tinubu is committed to restoring the dignity of the teaching profession and redesigning Nigeria's education curriculum to meet the demands of the 21st century. Alausa stated this on Thursday while delivering a speech themed The Future of African, organized to celebrate the 80th birthday of a former Minister of Education, Professor Tunde Adeniro, at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, Oyo State. Represented by the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Professor Kayode Adebowale, the minister explained that the government's priority is to revolutionize the nation's education system by equipping young Nigerians with critical thinking, innovation and entrepreneurial skills. The federal government has said it is taking a step towards the integrated renewable energy solutions with veterinary reforms in a bid to strengthen food security, livestock development and rural health system. It said this process will begin with the deployment of off-grid regulator to ease the transformation of vaccinations and bridge critical gaps between livestock, health and agriculture. He added that the initiative will help cope post-harvest losses, improve the preservation of agricultural produce, and strengthen healthcare delivery across the country. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has called on the World Bank to support Nigeria's renewed Hope World Development Program a grassroots initiative it described as essential to achieving President Bola Tinubu's target of building a $1 trillion economy by 2030. Bagudu made the appeal in Abuja on Thursday during a meeting with the World Bank New Country Director, Mr. Matthew. According to the minister, the world level scheme is designed to stimulate local economy, drive inclusive growth, and lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. Approved recently by the National Economic Council, the Renewed Hope World Development Program seeks to map and develop economic opportunities across Nigeria's 8,809 political wards. A civil society organization, Search for Common Ground, has urged youth across Bauchi, Gombe, and Plateau states to take the lead in advocating for religious harmony and peaceful coexistence. Speaking on Wednesday at a closeout event of the Nigerian Youth Care Project, the director of programs at Search for Common Ground, Govt Omoniwa, said young people remain the critical piece in solving the problem of intolerance in the society. She noted that the initiative, implemented in partnership with the Young Leaders Network, was anchored on Search Youth's significant approach, which seeks to shift traditional power dynamics by equipping youth with leadership skills, providing them platform, and integrating them into decision-making council. Pan-Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere has convened governors, ministers, lawmakers, traditional rulers, and associations in the Southwest for a regional stakeholders summit. The summit themed Strengthening Democracy Through Dialogue, Assessing Progress, Charting the Future will be held at the International Conference Center, Akure, on October 9 and 10. Afenifere spokesperson Jare Ajayi on Thursday said that preparations were in top gear for the event. The Lagos state government has pledged to train nurses to improve healthcare delivery and promote patients' rights and safety. The director of nursing service, Lagos State Ministry of Health, Olushola, said this on Thursday at a two-day nurses assembly with the theme Nursing Leading with Purpose. The event was organized by the Directorate of Nursing Service, Lagos State Ministry of Health, at Folarin Koka Auditorium, Alausa. And that is all on Just Event Online News at 9. Here is the recap of the news headlines. Tinubu, Obasanjo orders for Island Club Independence Lecture. Shettima backs institute reforms, warns against compromising standards. Federal government working to restore teaching professional dignity, minister says. Government targets food security through coaching and livestock health. Bagudu seeks World Bank support for grassroots growth. CSOs urge North youth to lead religious harmony advocacy. Afenifere rallies Southwest governors, monarchy for regional summit. Government trained nurses on patient rights and safety. Remember, the pain you experienced yesterday is part of the process of your success tomorrow. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com. And to read more updates, follow us on our social media platform with a tab at Just Event Online. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Rashidat Murano. Good night.